Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. My name is Izzan Azizah binti Sahat. My supervisor is Madam Siti Fatimah binti Abdul Latif and my co-supervisor is Madam Cheng Lui Chin. Today I would like to present my research proposal which entitled The Relationship Between Transfer of Training and Job Performance Among Employees at Natural Resources and Environment Boards in Naribi in Kuching, Sarawak. As for the background of the study, transfer of training can be defined as the degree to which the trainees apply to their job the knowledge, skills, behaviors, and attitudes they gain in training. There are three variables included in transfer of training, which are training characteristics, training design, and work environment. For statement of problem, the cost allocated for training is very huge. Most of the training programs is wasted because the training is not effective to the employees. And most of the research mainly focus on the certain variables in transfer of training. However, research focus on all variables in transfer of training is rather limited. So these are the conceptual framework that was adapted from Baldwin and Ford's 1988. As we can see here, there are three independent variables under transfer of training, which are training characteristics, training design, and work environment. As for the independent variable, it was job performance. The methodology, research design, correlational research design is used in the study to examine the relationship between variables held in 2014 for sampling from the employees in NRB Kuching Sarawak, for population 102 employees. For sampling technique, convenient sampling technique was being selected. For sample size out of the population of 102 employees at NRB, a minimum of 82 employees is required. And lastly, the unit of analysis was the employees of NRB in Kuching, Sarawak. As per rate of survey written, 102 questionnaires were personally distributed for this survey, and all questionnaires were written by the participant and considered usable for data analysis. Therefore, the response rate for data collection in this study was 100%. According to Sakaran 1992, the good response rate is more than 80%. This shows that the response rate for this study is considered as excellent and representative. As for the demographic profile of participants, out of 102 participants in NRB, the highest frequency were female, which are 64 participants, followed by the lowest frequency were male, which are only 38 participants. Meanwhile, for the participant age, the highest frequency were between 36 years and above, which are 37 participants, and the lowest frequency were 21 to 25 years old, which are only 12 participants. Meanwhile, for the educational level, the highest frequency was diploma, which are only 41 participants, followed by the lowest frequency were STPM, which are only 2 participants. Moreover, most of the participants in this study were married, which are 64 participants, followed by the least of the participants in this study were single, which are 38 participants. Last but not least, for the length of working experience, the highest frequency were 16 to 20 years, which are 31 participants, while the lowest frequency was 21 years and above, which was 15 participants. For the normality test according to Palan 2005, skewness and kurtosis can be determined when the values are within the range of -2 and +2 and significant value is more than 0.05. This table shows for trainee characteristic, the skewness were -0.646 and the kurtosis was -0.841. As for training design, the skewness was -1.008 and the kurtosis was -0.204. Next, for the work environment, the skewness was -0.807 and the kurtosis was -0.310. Lastly, for the job performance, the skewness was -0.837 and the kurtosis was -0.611. Since the reading of the skewness and the kurtosis falls within -2 and +2, therefore all the variables were considered normal according to the values of skewness and kurtosis. Next, for the descriptive statistics, the means for each variable was presented. The mean statistic shows that the most of participants strongly agree with work environment, which was the mean 3.59 and the standard deviation is 0.368. As for the training characteristic, the mean was 3.54 and the standard deviation is 0.42. Next, for training design was the mean 3.57 and the standard deviation is 0.433. Lastly, for the job performance, the mean was 3.65 and the standard deviation is 0.377. Therefore, the result shows that work environment has the highest mean compared to training characteristic and training design. As for the reliability test according to HER 2003, the variables in the study were considered as reliables when the Chromosome alpha values was 0.7 highest. This table shows that training characteristics values obtained was 0.827, while for training design, the values obtained for Chromosome alpha was 0.817. Therefore, training characteristic and training design was considered very good because the values was from 0.8 and above. As for the work environment, the values was 0.757, which was considered as good. Meanwhile, for the job performance, the values was 0.838, which it is also considered as good. All the results of the reliability analysis prove that each of the variables were reliable. For the correlation, this table shows that training characteristic has a moderate, positive, and significant relationship towards job performance, which are 0.572. As for training design, it has a strong positive and significant relationship towards job performance, which are 0.725. Last but not least, for the work environment, it also has a strong positive and significant relationship towards job performance, which are 0.702. Based on the result shows that training design has the highest correlation compared to training characteristic and work environment. For the recommendation, as for the organizations, they should improve employees' recognition and so that the employees feel motivated to apply their new skills and knowledge from the training to their job. As for the employees, they should stand out as an individual with higher desire to be a constant learner who are not afraid to try out new skills and new knowledge. And lastly, for future researchers, they are suggested to use more independent variables to the job performance in order to have a better understanding. That's all for me. Thank you.